Here are Grandma's 42 oddly useful home hacks you didn't know worked. Brighten whites with potato water. Potato water, the starchy liquid left after boiling potatoes, can naturally whiten your clothes. The starch binds to dirt and grease, lifting them away from fabric fibers. To use, boil potatoes and save the water after draining. Allow it to cool, then soak your white garments in the potato water for 30 minutes. Rinse thoroughly and wash as usual. This method is gentle yet effective, making it ideal for delicate fabrics. Your whites will look fresher without harsh chemicals. Shine hair with barley water. According to Grandma, barley water can restore shine and vitality to dull hair. The proteins and nutrients in barley strengthen hair strands and enhance their natural luster. To use, boil barley in water. Strain it and allow the liquid to cool. Apply it generously to your hair after shampooing, letting it sit for 10 minutes before rinsing thoroughly. Repeat weekly for best results. For added benefits, massage it into your scalp to nourish hair roots and improve overall health. Clean rust with potato slices. Potato slices paired with baking soda or dish soap can break down rust with surprising ease. Potatoes contain oxalic acid, a natural compound effective in dissolving rust. Cut a potato in half, sprinkle baking soda or soap on the cut surface, and rub it against the rusty area in circular motions. Repeat as necessary, rinsing the surface with water after cleaning. This eco-friendly method works well for small tools, pots, and outdoor furniture. Absorb paint odors with bowls of sliced onions. Sliced onions are a natural remedy for paint odors as they neutralize volatile compounds in the air. Place a bowl of sliced onions in each corner of a freshly painted room, leaving them overnight. The sulfur compounds in onions absorb and neutralize paint fumes effectively. Dispose of the onions in the morning, and your room will smell fresher. For larger spaces, use multiple bowls for quicker results. Rub milkweed sap on warts. Milkweed sap is an age-old remedy for warts due to its natural latex and proteolytic enzymes. The enzymes break down wart tissue, helping it to shrink and fall off over time. To use, snap a milkweed stem and apply the sap directly to the wart daily. Cover it with a bandage if necessary. Regular applications can show results in a few weeks. Avoid contact with healthy skin, Grandma advised, as the sap can be irritating. Preserve fruit longer with beeswax coatings. Beeswax coatings can create a natural barrier that seals in moisture and prevents air exposure, helping fruit last longer. Melt beeswax and mix it with a small amount of coconut oil for flexibility. Lightly brush the mixture over the fruit's surface, ensuring even coverage. Allow it to cool and harden before storing the fruit in a cool, dry place. This method works particularly well for apples, pears, and citrus fruits, keeping them fresh for weeks. Use cabbage leaves to soothe swollen joints. Cabbage leaves are an old-fashioned remedy by Grandma for inflammation, as they contain anti-inflammatory compounds that can ease swelling. Take a chilled cabbage leaf, gently bruise it with a rolling pin to release the juices, and wrap it around the swollen joint. Secure it with a bandage and leave it on for 30 minutes to an hour. Repeat daily for relief. This simple hack is soothing and chemical-free, offering comfort without side effects. Make vinegar from apple scraps. Homemade vinegar from apple scraps is a sustainable and easy-to-make kitchen hack. Collect leftover apple peels and cores, place them in a clean jar, and cover them with water. Add a tablespoon of sugar, cover with a breathable cloth, and let it ferment for 2 to 3 weeks. Strain the liquid and let it ferment again for 4 more weeks. Store the finished vinegar in a sealed container. Use it for cleaning, cooking, or even skincare. Polish copper with stale beer. Stale beer is surprisingly effective for polishing copper items thanks to its acidity and carbonation. Pour the beer over the copper surface or soak a soft cloth in it and rub it in gentle circles. Let the beer sit for a few minutes, then rinse with warm water and dry with a clean towel. This method restores the shine to pots, pans, and decorative copper items without harsh chemicals. Wrap celery in foil for freshness. Wrapping celery in aluminum foil helps it stay crisp and fresh by allowing ethylene gas to escape while retaining moisture. Cut off the base and any wilted parts of the celery, then wrap the stalks tightly in foil. Store them in the refrigerator's crisper drawer. The foil prevents the celery from becoming limp and extends its shelf life by weeks. Rewrap it securely after each use to maintain its freshness. Revive old leather with lanolin. Have you heard about lanolin? It's derived from sheep's wool, restores moisture and suppleness to old leather. Warm a small amount of lanolin in your hands until it softens, then gently massage it into the leather surface. Let it sit for a few hours or overnight to absorb deeply. Buff with a clean cloth to remove excess and enhance the shine. This hack is particularly useful for leather shoes, bags, and jackets, prolonging their life and maintaining their quality. Polish silver with potato water. Potato water, rich in starch, is a natural silver cleaner. After boiling potatoes, save the water and let it cool. Submerge tarnished silver items in the liquid for about 30 minutes. Remove the items, rinse with warm water, and dry with a soft cloth. The starch bonds with grime, lifting it away from the silver's surface. This simple method restores luster without the need for chemical polishes. Use salt to douse grease fires. Salt quickly smothers grease fires by cutting off oxygen, making it an essential safety hack. If a grease fire occurs, carefully pour a generous amount of salt directly onto the flames. Avoid using water, as it can cause the fire to spread. Salt absorbs heat and creates a barrier, extinguishing the fire efficiently. Keep a container of salt readily accessible in the kitchen as a precautionary measure for emergencies. Soak garden seeds in chamomile tea. Chamomile tea contains natural antifungal properties that help garden seeds germinate more effectively. Brew a cup of chamomile tea and let it cool completely. Place your seeds in the tea and soak them for 8 to 12 hours before planting. This process softens the seed coat and prevents fungal infections, promoting healthy growth. Use this method for vegetables, herbs, and flowers to improve your garden's success. Revive veggies in salt water. Salt water can rehydrate wilted vegetables by drawing moisture back into their cells. Dissolve a tablespoon of salt in a bowl of cold water and soak the vegetables for 20 to 30 minutes. This hack works well for leafy greens, carrots, and celery. After soaking, rinse the veggies thoroughly and pat them dry. They'll regain their crispness and flavor, reducing food waste and enhancing your meals. Soften sugar with apple slices. Hardened sugar is no match for the natural moisture in apple slices. Place a slice or two of apple into the container with the sugar and seal it tightly. Leave it for a day or two, and the sugar will absorb the apple's moisture, becoming soft and usable again. This trick is perfect for brown sugar, which often clumps over time. Replace the apple slices periodically to maintain the effect. Enhance meat flavor with coffee. Coffee adds depth and richness to meat dishes, especially red meats. Brew a strong cup of coffee and let it cool before using it as a marinade base. Combine the coffee with spices, garlic, and a splash of soy sauce. Then soak the meat for several hours before cooking. The coffee tenderizes the meat while imparting a smoky, earthy flavor. Experiment with different roast levels to suit your taste preferences. Rub raw onion on frosty car windows. Did you know that onion juice contains compounds that prevent frost from forming on glass? Before cold weather hits, slice a raw onion in half and rub it over the outside of your car windows. The juice creates a thin, protective layer that hinders ice buildup. Reapply as needed during the winter months. This simple trick saves you time in the morning by reducing the need for scraping frost. Boost roses with banana peels. Banana peels are rich in potassium, phosphorus, and calcium, making them an excellent fertilizer for roses. Chop the peels into small pieces and bury them near the base of your rose bushes. As they decompose, they release nutrients that strengthen the plants and promote vibrant blooms. Use this method regularly during the growing season for healthier, more colorful flowers. Line trash cans with newspaper. Newspaper absorbs moisture and odors, keeping trash cans cleaner and fresher. Line the bottom of your trash can with a few sheets of newspaper before adding a trash bag. The paper catches leaks and prevents liquids from pooling at the bottom. Replace the newspaper each time you take out the trash to maintain a clean and odor-free can. This hack is especially useful for kitchen and bathroom bins. Try cornstarch as dry shampoo. Cornstarch works wonders for greasy hair by absorbing excess oil at the roots. Sprinkle a small amount of cornstarch onto your scalp, focusing on the oiliest areas. Gently massage it in with your fingers or a makeup brush to distribute it evenly. Let it sit for a minute, then brush out the residue thoroughly. It leaves your hair looking fresher without the need for washing. For a natural scent, mix in a few drops of essential oil. Use bread for burnt pan odors. Stubborn odors from burnt pans can be tamed with a slice of bread. Place a slice in the pan with some warm water and let it soak for a few hours. Bread acts as a sponge, absorbing both odors and some burnt-on residue. Afterward, discard the bread and scrub the pan as usual. This hack is especially helpful for pans with strong-smelling remnants like garlic or onions. Stop hiccups by sucking on a teaspoon of sugar. Hiccups can be surprisingly persistent, but sugar helps reset the vagus nerve. Place a teaspoon of sugar on your tongue and let it dissolve slowly. The grainy texture stimulates nerves in your throat and interrupts the hiccup reflex. Avoid swallowing too quickly for the best results. It's a simple yet effective remedy for stopping hiccups fast. Wrap bananas in newspaper. Grandma said that bananas ripen slower when wrapped in newspaper due to reduced exposure to ethylene gas. Wrap each banana individually in newspaper and store them in a cool, dry place. Check them daily for ripeness to ensure they don't over-mature. This hack is great for extending the life of your bananas, especially if you've bought a large bunch. Combine with refrigeration for even better results. Hang eucalyptus in showers. Eucalyptus releases refreshing, aromatic oils when exposed to steam, making it a natural air freshener. Tie a small bundle of eucalyptus branches and hang it on your shower head or near the water stream. As you shower, the steam activates the oils, creating a spa-like atmosphere and potentially helping with congestion. Replace the bundle every few weeks for consistent fragrance and benefits. It's a simple way to enhance your daily routine. Deter fleas with vinegar. Vinegar's strong scent repels fleas effectively. Mix equal parts vinegar and water in a spray bottle and mist your pet's fur lightly, avoiding the eyes and open wounds. Allow it to air dry or gently comb through the fur to spread the solution evenly. The acetic acid in vinegar creates an environment that fleas dislike. You can also spray bedding and carpets for added protection. Repeat weekly to maintain a flea-free zone. Remove splinters with garlic. Garlic acts as a natural anti-inflammatory and draws out splinters painlessly. Slice a clove of garlic in half and place the cut side over the splinter. Secure it with a small bandage and leave it overnight. The garlic's natural enzymes soften the skin, making the splinter easier to remove. Use tweezers the next day to pull it out. For extra comfort, apply an antiseptic afterward to prevent infection. Use stale rice water for shiny hair. Rice water is rich in vitamins and minerals that strengthen hair and add shine. Collect the water used to rinse rice and let it sit for 24 hours to ferment slightly. Apply it generously to damp hair after shampooing, massaging it into the scalp and lengths. Leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing thoroughly. This hack leaves hair softer, shinier, and less prone to breakage. Use weekly for noticeable results. Quiet floors with baby powder. Squeaky wooden floors can be silenced with baby powder. Sprinkle a small amount of powder into the cracks where the boards rub together. Use a soft brush or your fingers to work it into the gaps, reducing friction and noise. Walk over the area a few times to distribute the powder evenly. For longer lasting results, repeat the process every few months or as needed. Preserve cheese with vinegar cloth. Vinegar helps slow the growth of mold on cheese, extending its freshness. Dampen a clean cloth with a mixture of vinegar and water, then wrap it around the cheese before storing it in the refrigerator. The vinegar's acidity prevents mold spores from thriving while keeping the cheese moist. Replace the cloth regularly to maintain effectiveness. This is especially useful for softer cheeses that spoil quickly. Shine windows with potato starch. Potato starch is a natural and effective cleaner for windows. Combine 1 tablespoon of potato starch with 2 cups of warm water to make a simple cleaning solution. Apply it to the glass using a sponge or soft cloth, working in circular motions to lift dirt and grime. Wipe off the solution with a microfiber cloth or newspaper for a streak-free finish. The starch particles bond with dirt, ensuring thorough removal. Enjoy gleaming windows with this eco-friendly method. Self-water plants with wool. Wool acts as a natural water wick for plants. Insert a wool string or piece of fabric into the soil, ensuring the other end is submerged in a water-filled container. The wool absorbs and transfers moisture to the soil gradually, keeping it evenly hydrated. This method prevents overwatering and is especially helpful when you're away for extended periods. Use pure wool for the best results, as synthetic materials lack the same absorption properties. Lift wine stains with salt. Salt works quickly to absorb and lift fresh wine stains. Blot the affected area with a dry cloth to remove excess liquid, then sprinkle a thick layer of salt directly on the stain. Allow it to sit for 15 to 20 minutes as the crystals draw out the wine pigments. Rinse with cold water. Gently scrub if needed, and launder as usual. For persistent stains, add a drop of dish soap for extra cleaning power. Clean grills with onions. Onions provide a natural way to clean grill grates. Heat the grill slightly, then cut an onion in half and spear it with a fork. Rub the onion over the warm grates to loosen grease and debris, allowing its natural acidity to work as a cleaner. The steam from the onion juices breaks down buildup while leaving a subtle seasoning behind. Follow up with a grill brush to finish the job, just like how Grandma did it. Store eggs pointy side down. Did you know that storing eggs with the pointy end down helps preserve its freshness? This position keeps the air pocket at the larger end, minimizing moisture loss and slowing bacterial growth. Place eggs in their carton in this orientation and refrigerate promptly for the best results. This simple practice can extend the shelf life of your eggs while maintaining their quality. For added protection, avoid washing eggs before storing unless absolutely necessary. Kill weeds with cornmeal. Cornmeal acts as a natural, pre-emergent herbicide, perfect for keeping weeds at bay. Sprinkle a generous amount around garden beds or between paving stones to prevent weed seeds from germinating. Its proteins inhibit seed sprouting, targeting unwanted growth without harming established plants. To activate, lightly water the treated area. Be mindful not to use it near freshly planted seeds, as it affects all seed germination. With regular application, you can maintain a tidy, weed-free garden without resorting to chemicals. Repel ants with cucumber peels. Cucumber peels naturally repel ants, making them an excellent, eco-friendly pest control solution. Lay fresh peels near ant entry points or along trails to disrupt their movement. The compounds in cucumbers create an unpleasant environment for ants, especially bitter cucumbers, which are most effective. Replace the peels daily to ensure freshness and maintain deterrents. This simple hack helps keep ants out of your home, eliminating the need for toxic sprays or traps. Keep paintbrushes soft in vinegar. Stiff paintbrushes can be restored with warm vinegar. Heat 1 cup of white vinegar and soak the hardened bristles for 30 minutes. The vinegar's acetic acid dissolves dried paint, softening the brush fibers. After soaking, rinse thoroughly with warm Vaporin's soapy water and reshape the bristles before drying. This method not only cleans, but also prolongs the life of your brushes. Avoid harsh chemicals by using this natural, cost-effective solution. Rub raw garlic on mosquito bites. Raw garlic is a natural remedy for mosquito bites, thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties. Slice a clove of garlic and gently rub it on the affected area. The sulfur compounds in garlic soothe irritation and reduce swelling while preventing infection. Let the garlic sit for 5 to 10 minutes before rinsing with cool water. For sensitive skin, mix garlic juice with olive oil before application. This simple remedy provides quick relief from the itch. Trap fruit flies with vinegar and sugar water. A vinegar and sugar water trap effectively eliminates fruit flies. Mix 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a drop of dish soap in a shallow bowl. The sweet scent attracts flies, while the soap reduces surface tension, causing them to sink. Place the trap near fruit bowls or garbage bins and refresh it every few days. This hack keeps your kitchen fly-free without hassle. Neutralize coop odors with oyster shells. Oyster shells naturally neutralize unpleasant odors in chicken coops by absorbing moisture and reducing ammonia levels. Spread crushed oyster shells across the coop floor, focusing on damp or high-traffic areas. Their calcium carbonate composition not only tackles smells, but also benefits chicken's health by providing essential minerals. Replace the shells as needed to maintain freshness. This eco-friendly solution keeps your coop odor-free while contributing to your flock's well-being, creating a cleaner and healthier environment for everyone. Deter cockroaches with orange peels. Surprisingly, orange peels can effectively repel cockroaches due to their strong citrus scent and natural oils. Place fresh peels in cockroach-prone areas such as under sinks or behind appliances to create a natural barrier. Alternatively, blend peels into a paste and spread it in cracks and crevices. Replace peels regularly to keep the scent potent. This simple trick avoids harsh chemicals while keeping cockroaches at bay, providing a fresh-smelling, pest-free home in an eco-friendly way. For more contents like this, click here to subscribe.